Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Amy, I'm a fully qualified teacher and I teach live online lessons, groups and one-to-one classes. I teach children who are in school, children who are home educated and children who are world schooled. Come with me today, we are going to dive into the world of show, not tell. It's a scary spider. 8 hairy legs, fangs as sharp as razors. 8 eyes scanning for prey. Which one sounds scarier? I tell the children in my class there's a good way to break this down. We can break it down into 3 different stages. So we can, if we're thinking about an emotion like, let's think about an emotion like fear, for example. So rather than saying he was afraid, what we can do is we can look at the character's face first of all. Then we can look at their body. Then we can look at their voice and we can think about how those different things show that they are afraid. Okay, so let's look at our character here. Let's look at their face first of all. So let's look at our character here. Let's look at their face first of all. So we can see that her eyes are really wide open. So you could say something about seeing the whites of their eyes or their pupils dilated or something like this. Now it's important to point out actually that not everybody shows fear in the same way. But generally there are some kind of themes that we can pick up on. So if we look at her face, we can see that it looks like all the blood has drained out of her face, like she's seen a ghost. She's completely white. Her lips are pursed and she looks kind of serious. She might start to back away. So if we think about her body, what her body's reaction to the fear might be. She might start to back away, or she might be frozen. She might have goosebumps. Her hair might stand up on end. She might start to sweat, or she might go cold. People have different physiological responses to fear, but as long as you're describing something that the character's body does, then you are showing, not telling, that they're afraid. And finally, let's think about her voice. We can't hear her voice, so we'll have to imagine it. What do you think her voice might be? Well, she might be completely silent. She might not say anything. She might have a quiver in her voice, like her voice might be kind of like a nervous tremor, a shake. She might be screaming. If you're scared, sometimes you scream. So it will depend on your character in your story exactly how you do this, but break it down into 3 areas. It's good to think about their face, their body, and their voice. Let's look at how firefighters may exhibit bravery. So how we can show, not tell, that the firefighters are brave. It's important here to note that bravery is not the same as being fearless. The firefighters probably still have a lot of fear, but bravery is just trying to overcome that fear. So first of all, let's look at their face, their expressions. Something like a furrowed brow or a firm jawline, to communicate that they have unwavering resolve. The firefighters locked in and focusing at the task. Maybe their eyes are moving quickly, maybe they're scanning their environment, looking for hazards, their eyes darting around. Perhaps they've got some kind of maybe suppressed emotion, so they're kind of blinking to blink back that emotion. Their body then, now let's look at their body. So they've got a confident stance. They're standing tall with their chest proud. They're walking deliberately. Every movement is purposeful. They're specially trained for this. They might, not in this video, but they might use their body to shield somebody if they are in danger. So there's lots of different ways they can show bravery, and it will depend what your writing is about. Let's move on to a firefighter's voice then. So their voices, they're not actually talking in this video, but we can imagine that their voice would be quite calm and steady. Maybe they're very encouraging with their words. Maybe they might be kind of shouting deliberate orders to communicate with their colleagues. Maybe they're speaking commands. So we've just looked at a few ways that we can use show, not tell. If I'm reading a child's work and I see lots of he was tall, he was happy. All of these things, tall and happy, can be explained by showing that someone's tall. And we can show that someone's happy. Think about their face, think about their voice, think about their body. I hope it's been helpful. If you've learned something today, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that bell, and then you'll know when the next video is out. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.